3, 4. There we go. We're back. We're back. We might be in stereo, so one of these is probably
stereo.
1, 2, 3. How about that? Is that
3,
better?
2, 1.
Oh, there we go. There we are. You can hear us. Fantastic. Whew.
Just to prove it.
Windows did an update. Enough said. Everything was set back to default. So sorry about that. Let's just start that again. Hello and welcome to another exciting Vobes One-Eyed Kenobi Showbie with the lovely Julia.
And the lovely Vobie.
It's nice to see you. Thank you very much for joining us on Friday the 20th of May 2022, where the Gremlins have been taken home. The pair are muted, says Terry Banton, but we're back. We're back. We should be back now. Can you not hear us?
Echo.
1, 2, 3. No, there shouldn't be an. I can't see an echo going in there. We did put it down. Somebody sent me an email, so I'm just going to quickly check that. Robert Braille sent a photo.
I've been busy killing Smurfs again, apparently. Purple ones.
Nice purple Smurfs. Why have you been killing them?
Well, I haven't really.
Oh, I see. You've been doing your hair. It looks very nice.
Putting Arctic Fox on my thingy.
Arctic Fox, is that the name of the brand?
I wonder if they'll so sponsor me.
Is that the name of the brand?
Yes, it's the brand of hair dye.
I didn't know. Brilliant. Arctic Fox. I wonder why they call it Arctic Fox, because it's not. Arctic's not purple, is it?
No, but they do all vibrant colours.
Oh, sorry, I thought you meant purple. That was the name of the colour.
No,
that's the name of the company.
Some purple colour it's called. Literally, some purple colour. No,
Some
no. It's got some jazzy name.
It's very good. Purple Tomato Julia, says Steve Mitchell. And Sensible Paul says, we are getting feedback. Are you getting feedback? Please turn off the magic mic again. It was so much more enjoyable, says Titty You're Not. Well, you can go and do one. Thank you very much. You shouldn't be getting feedback. Robert Brailsford saying, what's the topic tonight? Hold on, Robert. Hold on. I know you're keen. We've got your video. We've got your topic. Just hold back. There's been a few technical issues, so we're just trying to make sure that they're all working. Blimey, people want blood sometimes. It's really hard. Right, so welcome to the show. Please calm down. We are here.
Stop panicking, everybody. Stop panicking.
It's the 20th of May, 2022. So, Robert Brailsford has set a topic theme for tonight. I will get to it in a moment, Robert. He sent me an email with a picture of something he wants to show. We will get to it in a minute. Calm down. In fact, I'm the only one who's getting worked up. Right, so we have 6 videos tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Stephen Agger, Philip and Catherine have sent something in which is... I didn't know whether to show it, to be honest with you, because it was... I don't know whether it's funny, not funny, arty, not arty. I couldn't work it out, but we'll show it, and you can make your own judgment. Mick Byrne has taking us down to the Wigan Recycle Centre for a rubbish video. His words, not mine. Paul Carl Griffin has got all things Waistcoats. Terry Banton's down on his plot. And Robert Brailsford visits the Radstock Rookery, which we will get to very shortly. But before we get to that, you may have noticed that on the Bald Explorer channel, on the sister station to this, or brother station, Big Brother station, possibly. I haven't been putting out videos for a while, and some people have been noticing, some people couldn't care less. And there will be a video tomorrow, and it will be around from about 7 o'clock. Now,
in the morning. Should we put the timer on quickly?
Oh, yes, put the timer on. I saw you looking back there, and I couldn't work out what you were looking at. But now, here we are, the magic timer. There it is on the timer cam, ladies and gentlemen. And the sands of time have just started. Thank you very much to lovely Julia for sorting that out. And by magic of that, we didn't see her get up. We saw her get down, but we didn't see her get up. So it's that kind of thing. So that we are. Wigan Casino, says Sean Ginley. Yeah, that's the recycling plant. It's a bit of a casino, mainly for the Wigan workers who work at the amenity tip, no doubt. You been to the Wigan amenity tip?
I can't say I have.
No, neither can I. Doesn't sound very inspiring. Steve Mitchell says, yes, sign up, Richard, today. Can't wait. Thank you very much, Steve Mitchell, for signing up. So there's a new members area on the thing, and I will address, there's a few question marks that we need to talk about on that. For those people who already support me on Patreon, or people who support me on PayPal, and now there's this new members thing, and the people who get the members get the extra content, and the other people don't. Why is that? How do we sort that all out? I just wanted to address this nice and early and say, I don't know, but we'll work it out sometime in the week. All right? Lynn, all right. Lynn B says, I'm in the members area, but I can't play from my iPad the members videos to my TV screen because I can do that ordinarily on everything else. And she asked me, and I haven't a bloody clue. But Sean said, you can do it from your phone by some magic of zapness.
Oh, yes, to stream it to your...
Stream it, yeah.
There is a special word for it. I can't remember what that is, though.
Yeah, so... I don't know what the word is, but there's a sort of like telly icon or something. Anyway, I don't know is the answer, and you'll have to work it out. Lynn DeCane says, I'm having a little problem. I've subscribed to your members channel and can see the videos on laptop, but I can't access them on my phone app. Any more ideas?
Anyone have any ideas?
Yeah, you see, this is... I don't actually own YouTube. I don't own the members area, so I have no idea how the technical side of all of this works. I'm just taking advantage of it so that we can keep providing you with extra content, but I'm not the technical whiz that you might think I am. So if anybody else knows how to resolve these, please do.
Paul Carl Griffin and Steve Mitchell have just said, you'd cast it from your phone to the TV.
Oh yes, it's cast. it might be, look it up on Google, but we know that Apple, the iPhones and things, well, we know that they're a waste of money and you shouldn't buy them anyway because they don't work very well. For example, on a Android phone, you get the join button, you can join up, become a member, it's dead easy. On an iPhone, you can't. They don't show you the join button. I don't know why that is. What's that about? iPad, icon, whatever they're called, Apple, master technology. That's what. When the first iPad came out, you couldn't even plug a USB in.
No.
It's. I don't know why people.
Wonder what the point was.
Yeah, people love it because they made the case look nice. But to me, it's like, the wallpaper might look nice, but if the wall is crumbly behind it, your house is going to fall to bits. So I wouldn't advise it. I'm busy trying to write music, says Brian Jeffries, but I'm having difficulties. I think I need to compose myself and conduct myself better. I think that would work very well. Thank you very much. And Linda Kane, Sean James Cameron says, I call the video up on my phone and link the phone to the TV. That's how I got round it. And AMD Nurseries says wireless protection.
Projection.
Wireless projection, I beg your pardon.
Titty Not says, it was never like this with teletext, was it?
No, teletext was very good. Might have taken you an age, but, as we all got older, we needed to slow down anyway. It's all very quick.
Linby said it's not an Apple issue, as she has Android.
Oh, right, fair enough. Well, I've no idea then. And Station Master's Choice says, Apple products tend not to work with anything Android-driven. Although... YouTube isn't an Android thing, is it?
No.
As such, it's a Google product through, the alphabet soup that is the internet. Sean Gingley says HDMI cable plus an adapter does it. Yes, hard wiring will always do it. And my final question before we move on, because Robert Brailsford is sitting in a corner steaming, wanting us to get on to the topic.
Come on, Vobes, play my video.
We will. We're going to start off with your video as well. My question is, when you follow a YouTube creator or you look on YouTube, do you go to the YouTube creator's page on a browser? Do you go youtube.com/Richard Vobes, and do you look at their page, or do you just wait for stuff to be dished up to you? I don't go to, I never go to the YouTube creators page. I never really look at it. Do you?
I do.
Do you?
Yeah. It's only a handful that I actually do that with, but those who I am long-term invested in, I don't know who else I could be imagining. There's yourself, obviously, and then Think Like a Horse and...
Think like a horse. Yeah. Think like a horse, act like a horse. Nay, not me, mother.
And then there's Raleigh, Link.
Raleigh?
Yeah.
Sir Walter?
No, she's...
Puff.
She's an American lass. She's the one I mentioned last time, the animal activist, or the voice for the animals.
Oh, she acts like an animal. Animal activist. I act like an animal at weekends. I act like an animal in the week.
There's only a handful that I actually go and do that with.
But you do it.
Yeah, go and look at the page and make sure, go and the videos and the... consecutive
to go to their page.
line.
But why? Why do you go to their page? What is it?
So that I make sure I've seen all the ones I want to see.
Oh, okay. Because I never do it. So that's how I watch Trump's rallies on RSBN, says Sean Ginley. And Andrew Norris, VIP at Vangelis, says Connor, apropos of nothing.
No.
So that's that. And Lynn B says, I go to my subscribers page to find the videos. So there's your YouTube app, then search, says Sean. And Maz and friends told me about you, Richard. So there we go. So I'm just, because I'm often adding bits and bobs and changing things. Well, not often enough, probably. And I just wondered if people actually bother to go to the page, because I never do. So, and Brian Jeffrey says, I had a sore throat recently. I felt a little hoarse. You mean you felt a pony? Is that a little horse?
Yeah.
Right, enough of all that nonsense. Robert Brailsford, he says, he's in Bath, by the way. Have a laugh, he's in Bath. He says, what implements do you use to cook a meal? I would like that to be a theme. So that's the theme for tonight, or part of. So what do you use? Because he said, Richard, you use an Essie. Now, I thought this could be quite quick because you could say, well, I use a gas cooker, I use electric cooker, that's that, done. Next theme. But we might extend that to what is your favourite gadget to cook? And he says he uses a Ninja air fryer. Now, that must be a relatively new thing. I've never heard of one of these things before, but here it is. It looks like a bloated kettle. But somehow it uses air to fry chips and other things. Other things are available to fry.
My mum's got one of those. Well,
You
not
could
one
fry
of
your
those
mum in
those,
there.
But she's got an air fryer.
She's got an air fryer, I see. Does it
Yeah,
just fry air?
Uses air to fry the chips.
Right.
Or whatever it is you're...
So what, you spray it then, presumably, with a little bit of oil?
I think
Or is
so,
And
yes.
hot air just blows on it?
Yeah.
And it sizzles? Is that how it does? My air fryer and my halogen oven, says Sandra Hipkin. So, yeah, so do you use one of those? Is it good? Colonel Cragratty says, I'm late, I'm very, very late. Tied up with climbing the climbing wall. As long as the climbing wall wasn't climbing up you, you're all right. So that's all good. Audrey Forbes says, of course, she cooks on an Arga.
Of course.
But the question is it a gas Arga, an electric Arga, or a multi-fuel Arga? Or maybe it's just a wood burning Arga.
A wood.
A wood. I was thinking, what is the other term? Wood, timber? No, wood burning, logs, log burn, whatever.
So you're going to start howling. A wood. Anyway.
So that's what we want to know. So now Robert Brailsford sent in a video. Shall we watch his video?
Yes.
He uses a Ninja thingy.
He does.
But the thing about Robert Brailsford, his video, nothing to do with cooking.
Hello there, this is Robert Brailsford and I'm 5:30 a.m. 17th of May 2022. I'm in the Memorial Gardens at Radstock, and in front of me there is what is now the museum. Very good museum, and if you're in the area it's well worth a visit, which was formerly the marketplace, and a thriving market it used to be as well. If you don't know, this was a major mining town years and years ago. Had about, I don't know, about 9 pits in Radstock alone, I think. I'll move around. There you can see the top of the mining wheel. That was from the colliery that closed in Somerset, in North Somerset. Sorry. Pan around a little bit more. You'll have to excuse the noise of traffic because Radstock is very peculiar for many things. There are 2 major A roads that meet right in the middle of the town. Not many places have that. And it's not good for the traffic. But there you go. Nothing we can do about it now. What I brought you along here for, have a listen to what's up here. This is what I call the Radstock Rookery. There's a couple of nests up there. It's very difficult to see them. So it's just keep quiet, and they're all along in these trees. Sorry if I'm a bit shaky. That's the nature of my health. Well, there you go. I'll leave that now. Bye everybody.
Goodbye, Robert. Goodbye. Thank you for showing us Radstock in all its glory. Well, at least the rookery. The rookery, hookery, tookery, mookery. That's where Hickory Dickory Dock got its 3 history things. And the museum there. Very interesting museum if ever you want to go and see a radiator museum at Radstock. It's where you see a radiator stuck in a radiator sock. It could happen, but not today. Thank you very much, Robert, for that. So everyone's talking about ninja, whatever they are, ninja stockings. I think you put the mask over your head and hope that the fries get in there. Robert Brailsford says the ninja air fry roasts and reheats. I hope it heats the first time so you don't have to keep reheating it.
Rachel TS says she mainly uses a gas oven, but is also using a slow cooker for casseroles, etc., keeping costs down.
Good idea. Those slow cookers are fantastic. I used to have one. I remember driving down to see my father when I was moving, when I was about 18, 19, oh no, maybe in my early 20s actually, and I had a lovely Morris Traveller. Unfortunately, the near side wheel collapsed, as they were prone to do on those vehicles, and I veered across to the central reservation on the A24 near Findon, for those people who know it, hit a tree, crumpled up the car, and in the back I had one of those crock pots, those slow cookers, that came flying from the back of the vehicle, bashed me on the top of the head as I went through the windscreen. Because
Not so fun.
Not so fun. I wasn't wearing a seatbelt because at the time there was a rule. I don't know if it's still in place, but a vehicle of 20 years or more didn't have to have seatbelts, which is an ironic rule because the older the car,
The more it needed them.
Yeah, exactly. But I went through the windscreen. However, I didn't hit the windscreen because the windscreen went through itself before I got to it. So it went and I went through it. And then I was wearing glasses then and my glasses went flying. And
it's a shame GoPro wasn't around in the day and that you didn't have 1 or 3 million set up around the vehicle.
It was a comedy moment because I got out of the car, people stopped around and went, "Oh, mate, you're all right, mate, you're all right." And I said, "No, I've lost my bloody glasses. I can't see a thing." I couldn't see that I had crumpled up the car. Anyway, eventually somebody found them. They said, "Are these?" I said, "Oh, that's much." "Oh, my God, look, ruined my Morris Traveller."
Oh.
And then the police turned up. I'd only had the vehicle MOT'd a month before. The police turned up. They said, "We're going to do you for driving a car in dangerous condition, and you've got 3 bald tyres. But if we do that, you probably will lose your driving licence." So, because you get 3 points for each one, and you could only have 12 points back then. I don't know how many points you. "What points, mate? They prizes. Good game. All right, my love. Let's look at the old floorboard." So they said, "We'll just do you for 2 plus driving a vehicle in a dangerous condition," which was 9 points straight off my licence, and I'd only had it like 3 years. So that was a hefty time.
That was not fair, was it?
No, and the car just collapsed, and it had been MOT'd and everything.
The MOT place,
And they had no response. As soon as you drive off their forecourt, that's it.
Really?
Yeah, your MOT is only really valid the moment it's been cast. After that,
true.
It doesn't really mean your car is.
It would have been different had it been a service then.
Yeah. Because, I know that people used to go, you'd go change, if you had dodgy tyres, you'd go to a mate's, they'd put all new tyres on, go to the MOT, passes, then they give you back your dodgy tyres, and people then can carry on for another year until they get caught.
That's true.
It's an absolute outrage. Anyway, enough of that gay banter. Just thought I'd mention it. Don't know how we got onto it, but it was very exciting.
That
Bald
Bay-gander?
wheels for bold exploring, says Sean James Cameron. Yeah, thanks for that. And dodgy MOT station. Yes, it certainly was. I bought it with the MOT, you see.
Paul Carr Griffin says... Sorry, did you finish?
I did. I shut my trap.
Paul Carr Griffin says, really, the air fryer is simply a mini fan oven. Whatever you can do in a fan oven, you can do in an air fryer, but at a very small cost.
Yes, but you probably can't get as many people in a Ninja one as you can get in that many fans in your oven. If people come round to mine, I can probably get half a dozen people in my oven. They've got to be fans of the show, of course. Come on, boys and girls, into the oven we go. And there's some chips, blow on them. I don't know what I'm talking about.
No, me either.
But he's right. There we are. Do it in your... So you don't... So what he's saying is you don't need a Ninja thing. You just stick them in your fan oven. But maybe the Ninja thing costs less in electricity because you've got a bigger oven, fan, and heat. Is that what it means? Because you probably, concentrated heat, isn't it?
It's probably more efficient.
Yes. I guess you could do it with a hairdryer.
You could.
Or you could do it with a heat shrink gun. My dad used to have a heat shrink gun.
Or you could do it with a blowtorch.
Yeah, blowtorch. That would be it. Anyway, exactly, says Paul Carr Griffin, apropos of what we were just talking about, obviously. Why was there no videos this week, says Alison O'Brien. We addressed that at the beginning of the show. Maybe you missed that. Tomorrow is the first video. I've been working on a longer format video. And so because I've been working on that, all my time's been taken up. They said there was no videos, but there will be. And there's a new members area. And rewind to the beginning of the show. And you'll
get all that explained.
Yeah, basically. So
if you happen to be a member of the Richard Vobes Bold Explorer channel, then you can see tomorrow's video now.
Yes, that's a very
good point.
It's already
Released.
So if you're itching to see the new stunning 30 in colour, ladies and gentlemen, this is in BBC 2 colour from 1971. I don't know if they had colour then, but in beautiful colour, in wide screen, in magnificoscope, in Vobovision, you can see tomorrow's video. If you're a member, you get to see it in advance. You get an early preview, an early screening, and other stuff to go with it.
Yep, there's lots of little tidbits in there.
So it's a whole new thing.
A whole new world. That was fun.
For who? For who? For you?
Me.
Yes, good.
Obviously.
Now, if anyone's seen the latest thing, you can let us know whether it was any good or not. It may have been a pile of crap, and you can tell everybody, don't bother to join this members area because it was just a pile of rubbish. Linda Kane says it is indeed an excellent film. So
I may be biased, being the #1 fan. It is excellent. Loved it.
Is that because I'm in it? I mean, because you're in it.
Because you're in
because
it.
Nigel's in it.
Because you're in it, because you made it.
Lovely Nigel Sadler's in it.
And you've carefully crafted
Tim's in it. Richard Sutter's in it.
With
You're
your
in
hands.
it. I'm in it. There's a worm in it. You don't see it. It's underneath the fan at the time. Going, what about me? What about me? Shut up. There's lots of exciting stuff. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, let's move on to another video. Now, I'm going to play this in now and get it out of the way because I'm not quite sure what's happened to the lovely Philip and Catherine. I think that I know they
check in on them, do we?
Yeah, I just think maybe we love you to bits, but maybe someone can tell me what this is about. So let's go.
Now.
Yeah, I'm nervous, I tell you. Maybe everyone can work it out, but maybe I'm just tired from the whole. I've been looking at videos and editing.
Yeah, you have
and
had your face glued to that screen.
I need a
over
day
there.
off. I need a week off, but
like
I've got to start filming the next one.
3 days?
3 days off would be lovely, thank you.
But, you can have 3 days off now.
Yeah, I won't get it, will I? Here we go. See what you make of this. Oh, not that. Sorry, that's the wrong one. Press the wrong button. That was lovely. That was... Here it is. Sorry, it's down here. So there it is. Anyway, thanks for that. Like your other videos, just a little bit better. Anyway, so there we go. That was the lovely Philip. Not actually Carolyn in that one, but we look forward to... Catherine, indeed. I can't read my own writing.
No, you can't.
What's with the flashes, says Sean. Mr. Basil B says it's fantastic, marvellous. Andrew Norris says, my day's never complete without a little... some surreal moment. Thanks for fulfilling my needs. There we go. Station Master's Choice says that was too much. Tool Podge Rog says that scared me, and Lord Jeffrey says I thought my VCR got stuck. Val Pragnell says what was that? Vobovision sounds great, says Colonel Cragratty. Has it got explore around sound. Very good, I like that. So there we are.
Sandra Hipkin, what the actual felicity was that?
Yes, well done. Marvellous. Plague Mask Y says, yes, so it's
quite.
Yes.
Well, exactly.
Maybe it's art. This is the trouble when you get to my age.
Let's not talk about art.
I know. You see, you say, is it art? I don't know. Just, it's like... So you've baffled us, Philip. There's obviously a reason behind it. There's obviously some meaning behind it because you're a clever man. But you've baffled me. So I've no idea. There we are. Anyway, let's move on to something a little bit more down to earth. This is Mick Burns taking a trip to the Wigan Recycle Centre.
When you are out, so she's gone home, Robin.
There we are. Do you feel like you've got rid of your rubbish?
Like Sandra Hipkin said, we've just got over an 8-week bin strike in Worthing. This is salt in the wounds.
Makes you feel better, though, isn't it? Getting rid of that unwanted stuff. Have you taken something down? Is there something in your house that you've either been itching to get shot of or that you have just got rid of it and it's taken forever? I have a shed load of stuff that I'm desperate to go down to the dump to get shot of, but I still haven't done it. So busy making videos and things. I need a week to do it, really. That might be a video in itself.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Just paused there to breathe. ENG says, McDonald's in reverse. Take it back. Absolutely. Steve Mitchell, funny thing is, I went to Worthing Tip today. Open air, not covered. That's nice. Yes, so you don't get all that horrible stenchy stuff staying. It must be bad news for the people who work there, mustn't it? So there we are. Right, it is past. We can take a phone call if anyone would like to give us a phone call on 079347460. Let me just turn the phone onto unsilent. Here we are. We are accepting
46790, is that what you said?
07934746790 on the screen. You know the number. It's there. Do give us a call if you wanted to chat. Now you can chat about whatever you like. Could be about the new members area, of course. It could. Somehow one answers the phone. It could be about the topic in hand, which is kitchen utensils, or it could be anything else. Hello, welcome to the show.
Good evening, Richard and Julia.
Good evening,
Steve.
Mitchell. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad, not too bad.
Excellent. Nice to hear your dulcet tones. How you been? How's the garden?
Yeah, it's all right actually. It's got all the loads of people came around this week for tomatoes and cucumbers and other bits and pieces.
Listen, we had a storm the other night which it's sort of broken up my potatoes that you very kindly, generously gave me, which were growing into huge triffids, but they've been cut down because part of that storm for about 20 minutes was really vicious. Have you had any damage?
No.
Oh.
No,
Wow.
it's been it's done really good actually because I've been trying to put stuff in the ground and it is literally like concrete.
Right. So it's softened it up a bit for you.
Oh yeah, I mean it'll take a lot more rain. My etchings are really nice at the moment. Everyone keeps on saying that. And
It's always nice to have your etchings looking good. You what?
Yeah, I've got a list of people that want the seedlings, the plants when I get them growing.
Ah, well, excellent. How long will it take?
Well, it should be. Our plants coming. I've got some that are already been coming up. I've got some that I just planted, but they take 2 years because it's sort of like it's just how they work.
A bit like hollyhocks. Hollyhocks take 2 years to get the flower up, but you can get the leaves in the first year and then the second year. But I've had hollyhocks 2 years. This is the third year. No sign of a flower.
Really?
Is it too early? It might be too early in the year.
Well, you should have done.
Yeah, see, third, I don't know how they work. So
You give
Something
them to
upset
Julia. She might
smile
want
at
to
them.
touch.
Yeah, Julia, smile at them. They might blossom.
Your tomatoes growing all right,
I
aren't
was
they,
playing
Julia?
ukulele to them the other day.
Did you?
Oh,
No wonder
when we
they.
were sitting on. Oi!
I didn't say anything. Didn't
Are
finish.
your tomatoes growing, Julia?
Yes,
Yes.
Yes.
I say
Your
that
purple
because
ones.
the tomatoes are still at my house because they haven't come out of the pots.
Oh.
That's why I
know.
looked blankly on
Yeah,
that.
they're all good. We're going to
sorry.
separate them,
That's
but
all right.
because we haven't taken them out of the pots and put them into
Yeah.
the big pots that you very
Yeah, because
kindly.
you've got some purple ones there.
Yes,
Oh.
and cucumbers.
I think you've already got them on your hand.
You see, instead of having green fingers, you've got purple fingers. You see.
Yeah, there's loads of different ones. I've got about 12 different types this year. Stripy ones, yellow ones.
Fantastic.
I bought some
Everyone.
orange ones from the supermarket for a change. Didn't taste any different. But then supermarket ones don't really taste, do they? You don't buy them for the flavour. You just buy them because they look ready.
Oh yeah, but I mean, it's just
There's no nutrients or anything in them, I think, when you buy them from the supermarkets. But if you buy them at home, if you grow them at home, I'm sure, and with good compost that's got all the necessary goodies in it, you'll be all right.
I mean, I grew hundreds of them, and I gave them all away because that's just what I am. I'm a generous person.
You are a
indeed.
generous person, eh? If ever
I
that was a hook for a compliment, there it was. You are a
that's it.
generous person.
No, that's it. I try and help people, and that,
Yes.
as you know, I try.
I do.
And,
You do.
People, people need, support on that, and where I live, people have helped us out, so it works both ways. I think,
Yeah.
so.
Always.
Well, that's
Always
nice.
better that way as well.
Well,
But my
that's it.
potatoes are doing great. They're not.
Well, that's
as-
it. They will. They got. I think Sean Cameron was say. I think he said when they actually sort of die back. I think you leave them for about a couple of weeks, then you sort of dig them up.
Yeah, I can't wait to dig mine up because mine have died back, but then that was the storm that hit them.
Yeah.
The
yeah,
storm
they
that did
they
it.
wouldn't be ready yet.
It was
No.
a very beautiful storm, though.
Oh yes.
Did you see some of the lightning?
Oh yeah. It was. I wanted to go out, but the trouble was it was about 11 o'clock at night, and it's a bit sort of, it was pouring down with rain. Otherwise, it'd be nice if people had done some videos of it. But it was a bit sort of the time, and I mean, lovely with the darkness, but obviously it's the wrong time of night when, you're in bed most of the time, aren't you? That time.
Apparently, I think it was Linda Kane sent me an email, I may be wrong, about being in a car when the lightning is going. It's called a Faraday's cage, and because of the rubber tyres, I think it was Linda who sent me an email. I know
I told you it was the safest
telling
place
me,
to
but I was just trying to find it now. Linda Kane, here we go. See, it was yesterday's podcast. Something. Yes, she said, "Re your van in the storm," just to say Faraday's cage. And she says, no doubt, I won't be the only one suggesting it. So I don't know what that means, Faraday's cage. Does he want it back, Mr. Faraday? Maybe he wants to complete his, he's not the one who did Frankenstein, is it? Mary Shelley did that. She had a Faraday's cage.
Getting back to what you're saying, moving slightly from plants to electrical things.
Yes. Good link. Well done.
We've had a slow cook. We've had a slow cook for about 30 years, and it's fantastic.
Well, that is a bit. I mean, I know slow cooking is supposed to take a time, but 30 years. What did you do? Yeah, 30 years ago, you put in some potatoes and it's only just ready. That is the ultimate in slow cooking.
The thing is, we actually had it. If I remember right, we had it as a wedding present.
Blimey.
And the thing is that they don't go wrong because there's nothing really much to go wrong because all it is just like a heated element, basically.
Yeah, you could probably wrap food round a light bulb, the old 60-watt light bulb, and leave it for 30 years.
Well, you put it on in the morning. You put it on like at 8 o'clock in the morning, and by about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, it's lovely, especially for beef and sort of any meat. It's just lovely and tender.
Yes. Yeah.
And it's not you get the flavour because obviously you're slow cooking it. You're not
blasting it with heat.
That's right. And it's you can go out and leave it knowing it's not going to be a problem. You wouldn't leave your oven on all day, but you can leave these. We've left it on, and it's safe, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. No, that's very good. Well, I did have a little tiny one. And this isn't the one that hit me on the top of the head because that one actually broke, whereas my head, for some reason, for no obvious reason...
We shouldn't laugh, should we? But...
No. Well, you can laugh. It was a long time ago. It did knock some sense into me or out of me. I can't work out which. But I have tried it. It's just being prepared first thing in the morning. I've never really prepared first. I'm so busy doing other things that to think, I've got to put all this meat into this slow cook. I suppose I could put it in overnight. The night before.
Yeah. And then turn it on in the morning.
And then turn it on in the morning. Except that means all the meat and stuff would have been out overnight, and you've got all the bugs coming in, the cats licking it, the dogs.
Well, if you have it all chopped and prepped and put in a tub in the fridge.
Yeah.
And then just dump it all in the morning.
The thing about though is, if you've eaten dinner, this is that thing about going shopping after you've had some food.
Once
you
you've
don't buy
dinner,
so
you don't
much.
want to prepare some more food.
Yeah, you don't want to prepare food once you've eaten because you're then sated, aren't you? You think, I've had enough already. I don't want to cook anymore. And so then just the thought of looking at raw meat, chopping it up and preparing it when you're not hungry would put me off.
Yeah.
I think more worried about the 9 points on the licence. I think that was a bit of a shock.
That was a shock. I mean,
That's a hell of a lot.
It was a clean licence. I've been driving since I was 17.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot of points.
Yeah, but the police, they were quite.
I can understand 3 points, or 6. When you only is it 6 points for a mobile phone now, isn't it?
Is it?
I think so.
Is it?
I don't know. Someone will say it's either 3 or 6. I can't remember.
I wish it was like Green Shield stamps that you get the points and lick them and stick them in a book. Some people won't know what Green Shield stamps are, of course. Back in those days, I can't remember what I was going to say now. Something. Oh yes,
back in my day.
It was in the days when the policemen would turn up and you'd look at them and they were older than you and looked very respectful. Now, of course, the policemen are much younger than me. And you think, well, you're just the same age as my kids. Hang on a minute, mate. You're still talking in that. Why do policemen always talk in that? I see, sir. So what's that condescending way, as if they're holier? Why do they talk like that? Are they trained? They must be.
Well, they are trained.
Yes, that's true. They are trained. Although some of them
can assure you they are trained.
They are trained. Some of them, yes, and some of them are going to be given tasers these days. So they can tase you if you say, "I don't like your tone of your jib, mate." Sorry, you're going to be tasers. I see, sir. Anyway, enough of this game, Ben.
Yes, anyway, I've signed up. One thing actually you might need to mention, because you did mention it to me earlier on, you might need to say it to your viewers.
Yes.
That it doesn't work if you try and do it on your iPad. You have to try and sign up when you go on the computer. And that is, I tried that, and that's what happened.
So not only you cannot see the join button on an iPhone, but even on an iPad, you still can't.
Yeah, well, I didn't, and somehow I mucked it up. And I actually, because I've got different accounts. I signed up for 2, but.
Oh, you signed up twice.
Yeah, but I deactivated one, but you've got a bonus. You've got 2 lots, but I've deactivated one because I've got different accounts.
Oh, I see.
It's just because of how my devices are linked in, you see.
Yes. Oh, I see.
So that's a bonus for you.
No, I think that's intentional. It looks for every account. So if you're somebody who've got multiple accounts, it takes all those accounts and times it by 5 several times. So actually, you'll probably find your bank account is now depleted by about £5,000.
Yes, and that fryer is a bit closer now.
Yeah,
Isn't
much closer. In fact, I can see the bloke delivering it outside. Thanks very much. You know, with all those people who've joined up, it's incredible.
it? Yeah, it is good.
Thank you very much, Steve. Well, we hope that
All
we
right.
can keep the content coming in to the same quality as the last one, if not better. So
there
that
you
would
go.
be good. But you look after yourself.
Yes, yeah. See you both. See you soon. Take
Take
care.
care. Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye.
There we are. That's Steve Mitchell from East Preston. Thanks very much, Steve. I don't know why I'm trying to turn the phone off. I'm just trying to turn it onto silent mode now.
Sean Gilly says in the US they say taser, 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 and then shoot you with a bullet.
Oh, that's a good idea, isn't it? Stops you getting up and complaining. Right, we'll show you another video. Thanks to Steve there for an update on not only his garden, but also the method of joining. I've sent a picture in an email, says Kerry Baldwin. Let's see if Kerry Baldwin has indeed
Kerry
sent...
Baldwin, you've got a really lovely garden that fascinates me. I'm sure it was yourself that put a comment on one of the Bold Explorer videos about your garden. I want to see it. Video.
She's sent this picture here of a wonder bag, she calls it.
That's amazing. What is it?
What is it? Is it that you shove food inside that? It's quite a big bag. It's bigger than your Kenwood mixer. Or is that a bread maker? Look at those scales. I'm very envious of your scales now. And
Fantastic.
what an interesting collection of things you have there. Blenwood bread, a Kenwood bread mixer. You've got what looks like a cactus, a pair of scales, a little rubber thing, some ketchup, some what do you call those, secateurs, an old-fashioned knife, some other cutlery, a what do you call those? Begins with K. Those jars, a killer jar, whatever you call them.
Killer jar?
I can't remember.
Oh, I can't remember either.
And a bit of wire and a pink and a blue wall. But it's an interesting collection of stuff you've got on there. And then this massive, great big head in a bag. Whose head is it you've chopped off and put into that bag? I'd like to know. Send an email.
Kilner.
Thank
you, Sean.
I knew it began with... was it your friend who played the Saint? You liked him, Val Kilmer.
Val Kilmer.
Different name, is it? Different name, different person?
Just one different letter.
Oh, there we are. Makes all the difference. Here's my wonder bag.
It's an insulated bag. You start the stew in the oven and then continue the cooking.
Like a hay box.
Cuts the gas.
Except when you see it, you don't go, hey, box. You go, hey, bag. Don't know what a hay bag is.
Very nice thing to say to me, though, is it?
No, hay bag.
Don't call me a bag.
There's lightning. Here's a picture of the lightning.
Aha.
Lynn sent a picture, some stunning Look at that. Look at it. Look at that.
Wow.
Stunning pictures. It looks...
Did you take that?
I didn't take it.
No, Lynn.
Lynn, yeah. It looks as if the actual head of the pier, Worthing Pier, is sending out these exciting rays through the sky.
That's amazing.
There's another one to follow it. Look at that.
Gorgeous.
And here she captured some of the sounds. Listen to this.
Actually, she said no, a friend took it.
Oh, I see.
They are amazing pictures.
We're going to get copyright strikes.
I think I
there.
actually saw them on Facebook, those pictures.
Brilliant pictures, says Anna Jones. Awesome photo, says Rachel Tears. And
Thank you for sending those in.
Cool, blimey, says Paul Carl Griffin. Talking of Paul
Carl Griffin.
Yes, we've got some videos to get through to, so let's go back into the video boxy. And Paul Carl Griffin, where the hell are you? Here we go. We saw a flash of him. There he is. We saw a flash of him earlier. That's him again. We're going to get a bit more of... That's him, looking like he's just waiting for me to press the button. So... Stop mucking about. We haven't got much time.
Stop mucking about.
I know. How much time we got? Oh, wrong button. I went out. I pressed it. That's not Paul Carl Griffin, by the way. This is.
Hello, Richard. Hello, Julia. And to all you watchers of the Vobes Show. Richard, you were talking the other day about your newfound interest in waistcoats. So I thought I might just show you one or two of the ones I have. I'll be as quick as I can because I know your 3-minute limit. Here's a very old woolen one which I haven't worn now for a couple of years, but I bought this one about 25 years ago. So probably go nicely with some of your collection, Richard, of the aged type. So a mustard one which used to go very nicely with my tweed jacket when I was out shooting. I don't do much shooting now. These are the more tweedy type ones. Some of them are a little bit creased, as you can see. And there's another tweedy one there. Now we get on to some slightly brighter ones, because I do like a bit of brightness in my life, as you can see. Now some of my favourite ones are these type of waistcoats. Mostly rather too large for me now, because I've lost quite a little bit of weight. How's that for a bit of garishness? So that's a bit bright, isn't it? I don't think I've had the nerve to wear that one yet. That's a sort of evening dress type one. And of course you've got to have one for every occasion, so even at Christmas you've got to have a little bit of Christmas cheer. And then we have to have a sombre type, of course, when we have funerals and when we don't want to be really as joyful as one would like to be. So then we go back to my work ones. For a long time I was known as Mr. Cupcake, and in many places I still am, and this is what I would wear when I was delivering my cakes, so that everybody knew, here comes Mr. Cupcake. Then we have one very suitable for a wedding. Not that I go to many weddings these days. Sadly, it's nearly all black ones. And a little bit more sombre, without being too downbeat. And it comes to my favourite one of all, which I've worn many times, especially on stage in many of the plays that I've done. But I do really like this one. Sadly, as I said before, I've lost about 3 stone in weight in the last 18 months. So these no longer fit me. They are huge. But it does show that I feel much better for it. Anyway, Richard, Julia, watchers of the Vobes Show, catch up with you soon. Bye now.
So, nothing to be... Well, you said sadly he'd lost weight. I was thinking, it's great. I mean, it's a shame about unfitting the waistcoats, but thank you very much for showing us. It's great that you're losing weight.
Congratulations are well done for losing the weight.
Yeah, much healthier.
You'll have to donate some of those ones to charity and purchase yourself some brand new ones.
It's an excuse to go. I got rid of some jackets the other day that didn't fit me, and I was very shamed to see them go. But then straight down to the shops and bought myself some new swanky clothes. Pish. Swanky, I said. Thank you. Swanky.
Who was it who said that they like your ones because it's got lapels?
Sean, I think it was Sean Ginley.
Yeah, because
I hadn't thought about
these,
that.
because these aren't lapels. Lapels go there, aren't they?
Lapels?
Lapels, that's what he said. But this is a collar, isn't it?
Yes. Lapels, I've never heard that term before.
Yeah, I'm sure they go up there.
Oh.
So it's a French word, isn't it? Lapel.
Oh.
I used to know what they were used for as well.
Yeah, lapels.
Lapel, yeah.
Lapel. I was thinking, lapel. What's a lapel?
Yeah, okay.
Lapel.
That's one of the few words you can get me back on then, isn't it?
Yes, thanks very much. It's very few. Nice shirt too, Richard, says Steve Mitchell. This was a charity shop, £4. Thank you. £4. Epaulettes, says Sean. You're talking about epaulettes. By the way, a couple of people have pointed out, talking of epaulettes, I used to wear epaulettes when I appeared in the Bill, TV's television's The Bill from the 1980s and 90s. And I was a background PC. You may remember me. I was the white shirt behind frosted glass at the end of the corridor. Do you remember me? Yeah, I was that flash of white shirt. Anyway. They're bringing it back, apparently, bringing back some of the original stars and their Zimmer frames. So there you can go and see Sergeant Cryer in his wheelchair, and Burnside will be coming down on his stair rail from CID. It will be on his Stanner stair lift from CID going, I got a snat. Tell me who did it. I got a snat. Everything was to do with snats back in the day.
Right.
Yeah.
By the way, I've just looked up what a lapel is.
Ah, yes, lapel.
Yeah, lapel. It's the this section here underneath the collar.
Ah,
so
right.
yes, these are epaulettes.
Yeah.
Now I know.
Sean Ginley says, "Oh, royalties! No, they're not bringing it back, as in repeating it. They're making fresh versions." So, it's what is it? Everyone's bringing back old programs. Is it because they just have not any ideas at all? I think that is what it is. Burnside died. Oh, well, they won't be bringing him back then. They're bringing him back in a coffin. What does Burnside say? They'll all be round the police. Sergeant, I can't remember all their names now. Sergeant Cryer and all of the rest will be round there with the thing going, we're just going to call up CID. What does Burnside... If Burnside died, did they cremate him? Anyway, did they cremate him? Burnside. Cremate.
Oh, yeah, that bit I got.
Oh,
I don't know
dear,
who,
never
yeah,
mind.
anyway.
Right, we got another video to play. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen.
Lapel Mike. I get it now.
Lapel Mike, yeah, Lapel Mike. What was her name, Sean? Who's the French right wing? Somebody Le Pen. I can't remember her name. Somebody Le Pen. Oh, Le Pen, not Lapel. Oh, that's true. Right, we've got Stephen Agger to go. We've got Terry Banton. Oh, that's it. We just got two. So let's crack on. We saw a bit of Steve Agger just now. So let's get on to Steve Agger. Here he is.
Hi, Rich and Julia, and you Vobes out there. It's Stephen Agger here in Berkhamsted. Walking on the Grand Union Canal. It goes from London to Birmingham. Got these barges there. In Hertfordshire. It's walking south now along the canal. It's nice pubs down in the area, by the bank. Nice day for it as well. It's in Malacca. Nothing new. I recommend this walk day to people who want to do it. It's nice. Anyway, back to you.
Big thank you to Steve Agger there for that. How marvellous is that? Lovely to see more hens at the end and more chickens and more of everything, really. Lovely. And he says he recommends that walk along the canal there, which is, he wrote that down, in Herefordshire. Lovely. Thank you very much for sharing that. Beautiful boats.
Lovely.
I noticed blue skies, birds singing. What more is
Perfection.
there? We didn't see the lovely Julia trugging along in her canal boat. But what we did see her is her on the tractor ploughing up the fields opposite.
Yeah.
And scattering.
And you saw me in the sky putting nice chemtrails up there.
Yeah, nice chemistry. And we saw all the people underneath going...
Anyway,
moving off. We've got one more video, ladies and gentlemen, because if I do this little thing, we can see...
the time is ticking and the
Yeah,
sounds
and it
of
was-
time are dripping.
That's nice, like that.
Yeah.
Time is ticking, the sounds of time are dripping.
Yeah. I know.
And finally, folks, we were going to Terry Carr... I'm reading
Pardon?
them, but Terry Carr Burns or Stephen Catherine Brailsford. If I misread and get the names in completely the wrong order, we've got a whole bunch of different viewers who didn't know they were watching.
If you want to see a brain go, then carry on.
Yes, no, I don't want to do that. So, Terry Banton. Terry Banton is Down My Plot. This is part 1 of 2. The second one will be in Monday's show. So, Terry, where are you?
Hello, Vobes Show viewers. I don't know about you, but sometimes I watch Richard's videos on how to grow your own. So with that in mind, I went down to my local garden centre a few days ago. I went up to the customer service desk and said, with a great smile, and to which I got a smile back from the lady behind the desk, I said, I want to grow some seed potatoes. So how can you advise me? Sir, she said, you'll need some tools. So we went down to the appropriate section and she showed me the following. A pair of loppers. I said, do I really need loppers? Well, sir, you might want to cut your nails. Your toenails, that is. Then she offered me a pair of shears. I said, do I really need shears? She said, yes. Your partner's hair might get a bit long during lockdown, so you'll need to apply some cutting techniques. She then offered me a trowel. No, not a trowel, a fork. I said, that's great. Maybe I can do without a fork. She said, oh no, you might want to comb your hair. Then she offered me a trowel. I said, well, that's probably more like it, because I need to dig a hole, don't I? Oh, yes, sir, you'll need to dig a hole. So I said, oh, what about seed potatoes? Oh, no, we haven't got any of those. You have to go to a well-known supermarket to buy those. But finally, sir, she said, I've got one more thing for you. Health and safety protective headgear. I said, that looks very nice. It'll keep my ears warm during the winter months.
Well, I have to say that does look rather fetching, and I'm glad you fetched it to put it on. Thanks for sharing this video with us, says Brian Jeffries. Very good. Lord Jeffrey has sent in a video, an email, but it hasn't come through my end, and I've been desperately looking for it whilst we were watching Terry Banton. Thank you, Terry. We will see part 2 and find out how your gardening is growing with all those amazing implements. I wonder how much you spent. Must have been an absolute fortune. She saw you coming. She must have seen you coming. You need this, you need that, you need the other. But more importantly, you need that wonderful hat. I'm still just trying to see if Lord Jeffrey's thingamajig has come through, but unfortunately it's not. Has it been sent? Sent you an email, Richard. Love my waistcoat. Can't see it. Hasn't arrived. Have you sent it? Is it stuck in transit? But there we are. So we've seen Stephen Agger, Philip and Catherine with their brother viral video. Mick Byrne and his Wigan Recycle Centre. Paul Carl Griffin has been all things waistcoats. Terry Banton's been down on his plot or buying lots of stuff. And Robert Brailsford showed us the Radstock Rookery. You've been cooking with ninja surgery. The lovely Julia's been very beautiful with purple hair, and I've been here in a check shirt.
In your lovely purple check shirt.
Exactly. It's the weekend. Woo! That means some of us get to rest.
It's Friday. Yay!
It's Friday. Big thanks to Sean James Cameron for doing the moderation, to the lovely Judith out there moderating as well. Yes, sir, it's already gone. No, sir, it hasn't arrived this end, so I don't know what happened to it. Your waistcoat picture. I keep refreshing my Gmail, but it's
nothing.
Nothing.
De nada.
You sure you sent it to me and not somebody else? Tomorrow, if you're not a member, you can get to see the new style video. There'll be another one next week. If you are a member, the extra content, which I used to produce loads of content during the week, but now it's all in the members area because, let's face it, got to make a living. None of this is for free. Oh yes, most of this is for free. But you can like, and don't forget there is a thank you button or a super chat if you want to show your appreciation for everything we do, which is always very nice. Until then, we hope that you will have a lovely weekend.
From both of us?
From both of us. You can have a lovely weekend.
You can have a lovely weekend.
Thanks. You have a lovely weekend.
Everybody have a lovely weekend.
Have a good one, and we will see you in the future. Sorry, Lord Jeffrey, it just hasn't arrived.
It's not pinged up.
Nothing coming up. So many apologies for that.
Did you put an at in the wrong place or something?
No, he's wearing a waistcoat, not a hat.
Ha, 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 ha.
Till next time, take care, look after yourselves. Bye for now.
Ciao.